Let's jump right into it. I never do this song first, but today we are. Ooh. They stay writing lies, I call it libels, slanderous cycles. I write scripts that defy title, only 12 that I know was a disciple. I'm quick to light your nitro, it's a tell of survival. This might be a revival, all these false idols, I'm quick to... I never slip, these bars could dance upon a tightrope. My arch rival wanted to go viral, I'm traveling miles while he laying idle. I will be his idol, then introduce him to some last pages of the Bible. Come up against me, see the loss of your Eiffel. You wanna incite the maestro? I heard my name was in some lights though. They want the rice roam, invite him to the wedding. It's the Edomese, I call them charges. It's a lot of these, they all Rogers. They snakes up in garages, cut the grass, make them. Prowess is back, y'all. No need to applaud this, yeah. Water. You better run for the border. You can't afford it. Don't help me meet my quota. Hands by the water. You better run for the border. Run. The visitor is important. There it is. The groove slightly transformed. So eloquently stated when I perform. Reciting what I'm writing, there's no hype man in my... Yeah, so when I speak it's deadly, each verse is Armageddon. This book of life a whole deal. Breaking the seals when the time is near. Threaten together thoughts and ideas from my years. Past discussions with my peers, from that it's quite clear. I'm in the thick of it, just for the kick of it. Couldn't break my habit with Nicorette is sickening. When they ain't listening, I'm still conditioning. Filling each line with ambition and inspiration and emotion. I'm heating my quota, this energy is potent. Yeah, this is atonement. This is my coping mechanism for those who... I'm lacing infectious rhythms. I protect this precious organism, and I'm selling games by the water. You better run for the border. Yeah, yeah. This is important. You come help me meet my quota. Games by the water. You better run for the border. Run. See, this is important. You come help me meet my quota. I'm selling caves by the water. You better run for the border. Run. See, this is important. You come help me meet my quota. Selling caves by the water. Say, bake those cakes. Bake those cakes. Bake those cakes with your boneless throat. So, like I said, we getting into this. This is track 1, and this is called Cake Sales, Bake Sales. I don't know what it's called for real. It got a lot of names. Cakes by the water, whatever we want to call that. But we're going to get into the next one. So, you know what I'm saying? Stay real posted and, let's have some little fun tonight. Why don't we? Maybe let's see what comes next. Why don't we? Well, what do we have here? I think I have a story to share. 1, 2. So have you heard phrase televibe and labelable delivery? It's absurd, spray your shaver, wavy track intrinsically. Murder words subliminally, or maybe I just dreamt it. When I slaughter verbs so simply should be gravy when in vintage. Each sentence earning pounds, these nouns is worth the 10 pence. In my head I jump fences, logic dispenses when my pen bends. I meant it if I spit it to go on second guess beginnings. I cleanse it when I hit it, get these record presses spinning. On a quest like Christians, spread religion, check the mission. My words inject precision, people watch like television. The mic's right type for fission, split in 2, yeah she ripped it. Excite with hype dispositions, bringing through encryption. To flip this in like similes and metaphors. We kill scripts if found guilty, find a new set of claws. Suspect a pause, to check for odds, except for flaws. That's foolish, leave them clueless. I abuse this, yeah, I kick until it's shoeless. And through this fast to chew on, leaves them toothless, ruin oolong. Ha ha ha, this ain't a saga, this a new song. Belong besides a martyr, rhymes a martyr, and it's too strong. Like hookers in Nevada, huh, it's legal past the blue bomb, huh. To my right hand man, on the left hand side, I never write a brand jam, a bomb, a deaf man's eyes. Palm is spat pawing files, but then we skip that in the countdown. Say calm, expand lives, I'm quick to flip it when it mounts down. When the interest in linguistics gets rounded up in compounds, we slide rules, so power repeats our skills, dumbfound. God fools the high ground, birds of view, we can't come down. Even rhymes started on mirrors, clear, we run around clouds. And out pun the wittiest, we splitting hairs in toupees, we blaze cerebral through ways like souffles is cooked for 2 days. Scalding skulls and new ways, boiling noodles, then your stew strain. With calling us, fuck monikers on monitors, your crew strain. Permanently colored like conifers and Kool-Aid. They copy us like bootlegs, but they don't understand the crusade. I represent a school trade, testament your use fade. Rainbows, the plain clothes, for bankrolls, my dues paid and change rolls. I save souls whose halos is fool made. Fuck iron pyrite, my jewels is higher grade than blue jade. 24 letters tight, minds get dealt L's and do J's. Metaphors get it right as my head swells in a cool shade. The girls are floored on sight. I worked in blurs up in a crew play. They've ignored what I write like concrete floors in a two clay. Still we labor greater over time. Who gives a fuck what you say? I'm counting off the bench and French. Check my French verbal touche. Run a reversals at rehearsals on cap raps to trap the bouquet. See rhyme dispersal, pass your curse whether hurt you too late. They claim to know the time, but when I quantify you two-faced like Siamese clocks, I'm here to fatten up your shoelace and change your habits. While you at it, cat the factors. You need practice, not theatrics. You ain't jackish, you was just some magic. I'm levitating static addicts. I'm bailing halos off the planet in the order. Kids absorb it on the ham they're getting gorged with. Your pores can't stand it. You'll be pimpled panoramic. Of course your family planned it, so you got crippled for your antics. Calamity, gymnastics. You ain't talented, you spastic and react. The craft is useless minds produced wrapped up in plastic. It's semantics though. I mean, that's what she said. Or is it boneless? I don't know. I'm spitting rhymes and handstands, eating half a sandwich. I hit your time at grandstand, you call it grass and make advantage. Can you kind of canisters and hack them back and package handlers and land you into Canada and ship you down some banisters and land on a veranda word where we can screen these amateurs. Our fate versus Miranda gave me right to like these characters. Turn the world on in like banging Venezuelan calendars, symmetrical like palindromes. We demonstrate on challenges with valid nomenclature, saturate lambast and baffle most. Go ask the Pope, we cast the votes, fill catapults with melba toast. Sauce and crackers, mixing rappers up in laughter bowls. Basking in the laughter, high like rafters that a palace holds. High like rafters that a palace holds. High like rafters that a palace holds. Mixing raptures up in solid poles. Basking in the laughter, high like rafters that a palace holds. Yes. Hi. Hello, everyone. Once again, Prowess a testament. I am. It was a snowy night. Bill Beats for President Volume 3. If y'all don't know, y'all need to know. Yeah. The first to ignite on the scene. Hi-ho, if you know what I mean. Dark, grumpy, happy, and sneezy left me sleeping until a kiss woke me up from a dream. And then I called up Cinderella. We made it through some bad weather. Get yourself together, fairy godmother's up in the cellar. Stepsister's got a vendetta, cause his pretty face get all the fellas. Put Prashama on his patella. I was a dream about the movies. That's why they call me Sleeping Beauty. Until a handsome breast, he did the duty. Now I'm ruling, got some better viewing. So pass the book to Bell to get the schooling. I was a beast up in a stream. Underwater, nobody could hear the scream. With Sebastian, gadgets and gizmos, my passion. Rubbing lamps with Aladdin. A whole new world you can't imagine. I can be a princess from the tiara to the necklace. I can be a princess from the tiara to the necklace. I'm ahead of my time. You can see the magic in my eyes. Come follow my lead. Some might say I was out of your league. and now we get a little modest. That's where the story gets a little fraudulent. You see, they had to make a promise. They really tried to stunt my progress. Pocahontas, I'm getting offers from scholars. I'm skilled with phonics. I'm trying to find where I belong. And so I started swinging swords with Mulan. In the Imperial Army headed to New Orleans. They kiss a frog with Tiana at Mardi Gras. I am getting tangled with Rapunzel. Let my hair down by the bundles. No rebuttals. Oh yeah, I'm feeling humble. I was braver than Marita, a queen fighting for freedom. Now I rise and rule the kingdom. Things change with the season. No time for magic potions. I was chosen by the ocean for my devotion. No quotas to maxi. I was focused. I met Moana at the coronation. Saved the island from devastation. Across Explorer pages, princess through the ages. And I can be a princess from the tiara to the necklace. I can be a princess from the tiara to the necklace. I'm ahead of my time. You can see the magic in my eye. Come and follow my lead. Some might say I was out of your league. Oh, yes. Shout out to Bill Beats on that. And shout out to my sister Shubzilla. Love y'all, Noah Grime. Yes. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, stay tuned and we're going to get right back into it. Let's get into this song about Yamcha. Before he was a meme. And we're going to get into that at the end. They say that life is worth living when the living is good, but it isn't fun and games when the vision is blurred. Can't determine the measure of a man and only metrics, so we talk but can't walk a mile without feeling their pressure, huh? From gospels of the Savior to hostels, our owe payments. A lost soul without hatred and hopelessness is sacred. Down without amaze, while I am drowning in the pavement. My arrangement is tainted since humble days in the basement. My objective is selective. The message is effective. This track is my confessional discretion, unconventional statements. Espresso fentanyl, the overdose eventual. Some call it spiritual, it lacks empirical. They fear it and pivot. It's my image, it's the evidence of miracles. Its melody is melancholy. Wishing for a morning folly. How elemental are we? Blinded by ambition, my mission withered in, but then again it's initial. Then I am traveling like Michelin from here to Switzerland. So what's the difference in the sentence but the penmanship? Pick the poison of the pigment, just a figment of independence. I believe in vengeance, stack the remnants of those that beckon me. Septimes the calls for heavy weaponry, never a need. The Caesar's desert eagle, inevitably call me the cousin of sleep. Yeah.
I was born in, check the coordinates. I'm afforded it. This Brooklyn, this is my ordinary. So when the audience goes silent in the performance, I keep a quiet orifice. This was famous, be a gift.
Fall short of a dream, unattainable when you can grab it. Being average isn't glamorous, it's reality show cameras. You're nobody till somebody thinks you're established, and so suddenly you vanish. Abracadabra, you're a cadaver. First you have it, then it's tragic when you add it to the fact that it's the rabbit in the hat that attracts us when it's rapidly escape. It's barely shown, doesn't matter when you're gone. I broadcast it from my dome, but I barely leave my home. See loose rocks fall and tumble, turn into some rolling stones, and travel the earth unrehearsed while I am holding poems, and get swept away like dust in mobile homes. And tropical storms, thoughts form as rains tend to roam. When the flock is flown and nest and one is left behind, the truth is set free, what's done in the dark will get the shine. And I'm old school, I pop a cat like 79. Come and step like Petty leaving, come meet the cousin asleep. Hey, I was born in, check the coordinates. Yeah, because it's worth famous, be my ordinance. So when the audience goes silent in a performance, I keep a quiet orifice. It's worth famous, be a gift.
It's worth famous, be a gift. It's worth famous, be a gift. This world thing fits me at home. Yamcha, this is for you, yeah. You can be a king again.
So we're going to keep it going with the DBZ theme a little bit, because this is about Bulma and Vegeta, an unlikely or star-crossed lovers that kind of, love isn't all that it seems. Sometimes there's ups and downs, that's all. So this song explores their relationship a little bit. Beyond a normal story, this is more important. Before the noise, the trigger warnings. A different taste of poison with bitter fateful mornings. Was love without the scorning, but performance. So for the record, let's not spoil the recordings. I tell you, check the reference. There's no need for the boredom. He'd ask, I leave a message. I've drawn a morbid portrait. The view a bit distorted. See, many they tried to explore the spaceship, but then only a few could orbit. If they could black the stars, then they could see the fortune. But I should caution, my galaxy is not proportioned. In fact, they have to crush the capsules and snort it to absorb it. My dope is flawless from the outside. They all look corporate. Anatomy adorned in the fabric of tragic misfortune. In the forest of terror, the agony of error decorates my canopy. If you could see the trunks of my family tree, then you would understand the vanity. But y'all mad at me?
Is this a happy ending? We pretending. We deep in the feelings, we hit the ceiling. We know it's true and we start the healing. The arrows point up to the sky. Are you willing to try?
Yeah, my kids is gorgeous. You better check your sources. Busting intergalactic errors for more marriages lead to divorces. And where there's horns, there's an organ. Where there's fire, there's a roaring of a shining dragon. Can you imagine the type of madness it takes to make the magic? So we emerge from fragments. Though he supports my brilliance, he lacks compassion. Perhaps too much for his ambitions. We survive through tensions of friendship. It's not highly recommended to be a princess or saying kinships isn't. With talents overwhelm his interests. So dedicated to competition or is it attention? His presence will be a present, but by the time he comes to fruition, maybe I'll just come to my senses. What an awkward position. He meant it what Yamcha intended, couldn't finish the mission. Though we live on the edge, he dwells on the cusp of vengeance. And by the time he reads this inscription, I'll become a victim of my own inventions or some good intentions. Is this a happy ending?
Is this a happy ending? We deep in our feelings, we hit the ceiling. We know it's real and it's not the healing. The arrows went up to the sky.
Yeah. Is this a happy ending? Ooh. Is this a happy ending? Are we pretending? Are we? Is it a happy ending? Is it a happy ending?